I'm Judith Thornton and this is my house, 5-bedroom house, so quite big, built around 1900, so not very good insulation naturally, but I've done some work on it since. Until a couple of years ago we didn't have central heating, we were on electric storage heaters, and obviously that's pretty rubbish, both from an environmental perspective and from just a comfort perspective. I didn't really want to have a gas boiler, so I was looking at wood appliances, and I've ended up with this one, which is a wood pellet boiler. It's not like having a wood stove and having to light it and that kind of stuff. It's all completely automated. And then this heats the room because a certain amount of heat comes out into the room, but it also does works through a standard central heating system, does the radiators, and it does all our hot water in the winter as well. Okay, so this is a fairly normal central heating timer, and we've got several different zones, so you can choose which bits of the house you want to have warm and what time you want the water to get hot. Most of this lot is normally boxed off into a cupboard so you can't see it, but I haven't quite got around to doing that bit yet. So we're now upstairs where the hot water tank is. So the boiler is connected to it's a conventional hot water cylinder with a coil in. The pipes all come up from the boiler downstairs into our hot water tank in there. Okay, so this is where I store my pellets, and if this was winter then this area would be kind of full, so I get them a ton at a time on a pallet and then just stack them all up in here. Last winter we used a ton. I mean, if you wanted to be really, really cosy, you'd probably use more. You'd probably use a couple of tons, but obviously it depends on how big your house is and how warm you want to be. You know, if you're happy just to put on the jumper if it's a bit chilly, then you use less pellets, obviously. And so this area was kind of completely full of pellets in the winter, and then basically you just carry sacks through into the house every day or two. Long bags, they're sort of slightly sausage shaped, so they're sort of quite easy to carry considering they're 15 kilos. You basically just pour the pellets in the top. Yeah, so the ash, this is the combustion chamber where it all happens, and basically the pellets go down the little chute into the bottom of the combustion chamber, which is in there, and then it's automatically drops the ash into this little ash box underneath. So it's amazing how little ash you get. I mean, you get, empty that every few months really. You can adjust all the settings on it, but basically if you want the heating on, you just hit a button. Last winter we used about a ton of pellets, and that's about 200 quid delivered. And obviously if you wanted to be really, really toasty warm, you'd probably use more. Yeah. They are a little bit noisy, but it's because it's got a combustion air fan to make sure it burns efficiently. Just like you'd get a gas boiler technician in to service your gas boiler once a year, this boiler gets a service visit once a year, and that's, well, I mean, actually it's 150 quid, and that's actually covers as many visits as it needs. Because this is an appliance that's on the list of approved appliances under the government grant system, the Low Carbon Building Programme, I got a £1,500 grant towards the cost of the installation.